Welcome back to Fox Farms. We are on episode 5 and we are now into early summer. So this would be considered June, I suppose. Let's get right into things, and we gotta go check out the grass we left on the field from last time. Now, if you guys will remember, last time the all the hay that I made turned out just to be grass bales, so that was kind of disappointing. I mean, it's not a waste, but yet it kind of was, because we tedded it. I hate saying that word. It sounds so dumb. We ran a tedder over it, and we were hoping for it to dry, but it did not dry. So, me being new to seasons, I did not foresee that I would have to actually let it lay there for more than a day. So we're back to the same hay field, and we're gonna go and bale some actual hay today. So there's a haymaking part 2, I guess you could say. Now, as you guys can all see, the stuff we had raked together last time, all that grass, is now kind of turned to yellow. So that is a good sign that it's been dried out, and we can get right on into baling. Obviously we have one grass bale left in there. We won't worry too much about it. We'll just add it to the pile of grass bales that we had, and we're gonna get right on cooking here. Why waste any time? I'm anxious to see how the first hay bale is going to look and how it's going to differ from, say, our straw bale. So that is going to be really interesting. You'll notice that I'm using the Massey to bale today. That is because I want to try a little something different with our New Holland. We're going to manually load bales instead of using the bale wagon. We're just going to manually load bales so that we can put it on a trailer, and we'll unload it the same way. Just, you know, kind of as a trial. It looks like I'm running over the neighbor's field. Probably not very nice of me, but it is what it is. So we definitely have hay now. I think it's not quite as green as it was, but there's so much dust it's kind of hard to tell. It's still green, but I don't see it as being as dark green as the grass formerly was. But once we put a bale next to the grass one that we see over on my right, I'm sure we'll be able to tell a little bit better. I'm going to finish up baling here, and then I'll come jump back to you guys and we'll see where we're at. We're coming right up on the end here. I think once this is all done, we can start to load all of our bales onto a trailer, and we can go from there. Now it looks like some of this hay here that's kind of on the perimeter I can't get access to. Sort of unfortunate, but what do you do? Just gotta leave some for fertilize, I guess, and some for the neighbor maybe. I was hoping I could maybe sweep this a few more times on the perimeter and maybe get enough that I could just fill up one more bale, but it does not look that way. Very good. So I think I'll turn off the baler, and we'll park her over here, lift up that pickup, and let's unload. There we are. We can fold that all back up, and we can probably just leave this tractor here for the time being. We're getting awfully close to getting our first set of cattle. I would like to see in the comments which cows I should purchase. If you guys want to, let me know, because I obviously have a lot of different options, and as we get closer and closer to having our first set of cattle bought, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing what we're going to go with. But for now, we need to grab this tractor, and we're going to head out to the hayfield. We're going to be grabbing bales. Now I'm using a pallet fork. I should use a bale fork for maximum results, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm more just, you know, doing little trial and error things here. And I'm also not going to do a lot of weight, seeing as this is still a very small tractor. I don't think that putting on a lot of weight would be very good. I've got these pallet forks spread as wide as they'll go, so we're going to go ahead and try, see if we can pick up one of these bales, and yes we can. It does it quite handily. Now I want to put this is the grass bale. You can see on the bottom right, it says grass. So I'm going to put this up next to the hay so you can see the difference that I failed to notice the first time around. So here we have it. The hay is definitely a little more discolored compared to the grass. I'm going to turn on that flashlight, gives you a little more visual. And I speared that bale awkwardly. Wonderful. Yeah, so there is a bit of a view. That way you guys can tell a little better for the next time you guys are doing hay and you don't want to screw up the way I did. So believe it or not, my plan here is to put them all in this tipper. Now I'm not going to be tipping them out at the back. I'm going to be hauling them all out single-handedly, I guess. But this is going to be kind of a trial and error, and I'll show you in just a second why. So we can see that we got ramps here, and my plan is to drive the tractor up the ramps and to put the bales inside of there. Is this going to work? I can't say. Is it smart? Most likely not. But the whole exercise here is just to prove that you don't always need to do things the way that the game is meant to be played. You can have a little fun, get a little creative, if you will. Because half the fun of Farm Simulator is finding creative ways to go about it. And a lot of times you'll find ways that you can, so to speak, cheat the system. You can find ways to do things that are cheaper. And I know this is not going to be one of those cheaper versions. Except, yeah, I guess I wouldn't have to have that hay loading wagon if I had this trailer set up for hay. Oh, look at that. I was being a little rough there. Don't want to tip that over, but we're going to give this a go and see what it looks like. Obviously the grass has got to go with the grass pile. Okay, I came at a terrible angle there. That was not good at all. Let's give that a go. And it looks like my bales are bumping up against the frame of the trailer. So we're going to go a little higher. Oh my, that is not good. See, this is why it's called trial and error. Because you mostly make errors. But unless you try, you really won't know, will you? Now, for the ultimate test, do these bales actually fit in here? And the answer is no. And we did what every loader operator fears. We went and dropped our load on top of the cylinders. Now in the real world, that would have spelled disaster for those cylinders. No doubt. I would be, if I was just working, I would probably be fired right about then. Because I would have caused probably $1,000 or more damage. So guys, don't do that. That is not good. But seeing as this little fun exercise did not work out, what we're going to do instead, we're going to take our New Holland here. We're going to grab that grass bale. We will bring the grass bale back to the shelter where we have the rest of the grass bales, and we'll do the right thing. We will go and get ourselves our hay loading wagon. Yeah, no one lifts up their bale from off the edge like that. That's pretty unrealistic too. Alrighty, I will be back with you guys in just a little bit. You can see off to my left here, the oats are coming in real nice. It looks like I will have to fertilize a bit more, but that's okay. We'll get to it. We got the Massey for that. And the barley on the right hand side is also coming in real nice. Looks like germination was a success, and it looks like it'll also need a bit of fertilizing. So we'll get on to that today, and in the meantime we're going to be grabbing all these bales here. So I guess if I had a smaller tractor, I probably could have drove up those ramps a little nicer, but it still would not have fit the bales. It's just kind of how it is, I suppose. We can put this into operating position, and we'll start to scoop up some bales here. Now, I'm not sure if, I guess it does show it has a PTO on it, but I'm not so convinced that this couldn't be done without a PTO, but I'm most likely wrong on that. Pretty sure if I hook this up to the pickup truck, I could run it as well. I've been wrong before. That's alright. We're just going to move along very quickly and pretend that I never ever wanted to use the tipper trailer. Nah, not really. This is how we learn in games, by trying things. It's absolutely how we learn. And I'm sure if I would modify that tipper, I could probably make it so that it was a flat deck, which would be great. It would help out a lot, because with a flat deck I would have had no problem to load up all those bales. But we were using an enclosed box, and those tend to not work as well for some unknown reason, especially when the bales don't fit. Sometimes I like to think that I can save time by using the loader, so I guess time will tell if I'm really saving any time at all, or if I'm just being a fool for hauling 3 bales on the loader here. But I am going to drive slow. I'm not going to make any sudden moves if I can help it. And hopefully we don't throw everything to the side. There were only 3 bales left over, so I figured why not. Now if I had a proper bale fork, and I will get one very soon now, then grabbing these bales would not be a big deal at all. Because a proper bale fork would have bars going vertically up and down. That was very redundant, but yeah. Yeah, it has bars going up and down, and some of them even have claws to hold them into place, which makes moving bales very, very simple, especially when you're stacked up 3 high. We're just going to bring this on over to the shed, and then we can go on and deal with the rest of our day, seeing as we got lots of fertilizing and whatnot to going on. We're probably going to fertilize that grass field as well. You know, just general maintenance today. It's just one of those days. Early summer, there we go. Toppled them down. Well, it's been done. No point in going back now. I made a stop a little too quick there, didn't I? So, we'll leave them there. We'll pick them up on our way out of here. Not a big deal. No point in crying about it. So there we see it. We have our straw, which will be good for bedding. We have our grass, which is good for feed. And we have some hay, which is also good for feed. This should all be very, very good. And we'll clean up the rest of these bales, put them up next to the hay that we have here. And that should do it for the baling section of the video. The baler's back home. We just picked up our fertilizer. And I just need to go to my settings real quick. Wow, I could hardly talk. Amazing. And just want to check my fertilizer. Yes, it is what I wanted it to be. So we're going to take this tractor. We're going to go and get our oats fertilized. Now this should be very, very easy stuff to do. I don't suspect any troubles from the old Massey. And I think we might go out and see if any of the neighbors need any fertilizing done as well. I'm a little concerned. The field I sowed last month for my neighbor here still hasn't come up. I might have to go take a look at that yet too. See what's going on. That is just a tad concerning. So we can hire this fella right here. You take care of my oats here. Looks like I'll need one more fertilize a little later on through the season. But let's take a look here and see what's going on. It says it's planted, 0% fertilized. It hasn't germinated yet. That is very concerning, to be honest. So what we're going to do, oops, that's the wrong one. We're going to go check out our contracts. And it looks like we have a bunch, just a bunch of fertilizing. Now, we're obviously after some of the big bucks, so Field 19 has a giant sprayer, which should do really good. I think we can do that. 83 acres. Why not borrow those items? And let's hop to it. And we will send the old sprayer on his way to Field 21, if I can remember where that is. It was 21, was it not? Something about that doesn't sound right. Field 19. There we are. Okay. I see what we're doing then. Field 19 is pretty darn huge. We'll bring the sprayer on. Now I don't need to fill this, I realized. Oops. If I hire someone. So that part is good. Otherwise I'd be spending a lot of money into other people's equipment that I never need to, or I never get any money back out of it. So we'll just hire someone and call it good. Well, Justine, you are about to get your field fertilized, and it looks like she's got barley here as well, so that's cool. We both have fields of barley. Maybe I'll do her field, because that is one massive field. Might want to do the combining for it. I think that could be a lot of fun. This sprayer is also massive, let me just say. I want to make sure I get in there nice and straight, just like so. And let's give this a try. Yeah, that should do it. Wow. Yeah, I could have stayed a little more to the right, but that's okay. She can fertilize the grass between the fields. I'm not complaining. So, yeah, looks like we got the right field. We're doing the right thing. Good stuff. In the meantime, we can disconnect this little trailer and clean up our mess we made here. And let the fertilizing happen on its own. Not like they need us to babysit them. And we're off. Gonna bring all the equipment on home and see how the fertilizing is going. Our bales have all been neatly stacked, so that's all that's left to do is fertilize until we're all done, and then we'll maybe go and see if we can do a few more fields. It's too bad I can't do more in one contract at a time. I really wish I could do that in game. I wonder if 2022 would allow me to do more. You guys obviously must be wondering why I'm not posting any videos of 2022, and the biggest reason is because the maps just aren't that good yet. We have No Man's Land, we have Calmsden, and then we have Construction Map. And I am trying Construction Map. I haven't really done much on it. We have a server based on No Man's Land, but because it's a multi-platform server, we're finding that running all the audio chat through Discord is the best way to do it, not through in-game chat. And so it's a matter of me sorting out how to best utilize Discord chat and record it and then throw it into the edits later. So it's all a very new learning curve for me. I'm sure PC gamers are used to it, running Discord and OBS and whatnot, but for me it's a whole new ball game that I'm very unfamiliar with, so it's a matter of figuring all that out first before I can really officially do anything. Unless I just want to play with guys that have PlayStations, then it would be no problem. But the thing is, half of the friends that I play with are either Xbox or PC, and because of that, it just makes for a lot more fun playing with a bunch of other guys that want to play versus a couple PlayStation guys that really have no desire to be recorded or make episodes. So everything is coming together. It just takes a little while, and soon enough you guys will see. And once we have some more maps that are a little more pleasurable, then I'll start making some solo videos about my life on Farm Sim 22, I guess. And by the way, I did look at this field of barley, and it is still 100% fertilized, so we don't need to do that. It's fantastic. We will still do our grass, though. I think it's only acceptable that we fertilize the grass after taking that nice cut off of there. Make it ready for our next hay harvest. The Massey looks like is doing a really good job, so really happy with that. But we're going to go to the animal dealer, and we want to take a look at what we got for options as far as cattle go. And we'll kind of just look at the fields on our way down. Obviously, field number 1, I think it is. That one's still not germinated, it's just planted. But my oats are doing real well. I'm very happy to see that. Looks like a little more barley off to our right. And then we have sorghum, maybe, on that field. I can't tell. Looks bright, and it looks like it's growing really well. Could also be canola, maybe. Yeah, that appears to be canola. Sorry I had to do that view, but it is what it is. And where's our sprayer on field 19? I believe we're driving right by field 19 as we speak. So I haven't seen where, if that fella just got stuck or what the deal is. Maybe we should attempt a little drive in there and see what kind of mischief he's up to. If he gets stuck, that will not surprise me at all, quite honestly. That was quite the wingspan on that sprayer. So I didn't really notice any notification come up in the top right corner, but sometimes I'm not paying attention to it either. I just want to know where he's at and what he's doing. Who knows? Oh, look at that. He's halfway done. And he's booking it too. My goodness. Yeah, no need to worry about him. He's got all his bases covered. Sorry about your field there. There's no place to turn. We can see the no, we can't actually. I was gonna say we could see the animal barn, but no, we can't. Not quite yet. But this is where we dump. I remember that. So I think we gotta go around to the other side and find our loading chute. There it is. Now I would need a different box in order to load here, but I'm not really worried about that right now. I just want to open the dialogue and I want to see. So we got 3 different pastures. Start. We got limousine. Looks like male, but I'm seeing udders on her, so I'm calling BS on that one. We got Ayrshire female. We got Sailor male. Holstein female. Brahman male. Brahman male. Brahman male. Brahman male. They all have udders. I'm not sure. So which one should we put in here? By the way, I don't think limousine looks like this. I think that's not an accurate depiction, if you ask me. At the bottom, we see it's the carcass breed. It's expensive, but feed efficient, meaning it'll grow very quickly and give a great price at market. These have low feed consumption and price per head are both too well-worthy trade-offs for lower milk production. I'm not looking for milk anyway. Sailor's cheaper option for starting farmers and known for high marbling carcasses. They can turn a decent investment. So what we might do, we might even have 3 different kinds of cows, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Holstein, queen of milk production. They require a lot of feed and is expensive to buy up front, but produces the most milk. They're not the most expensive. I'm seeing limousine and sailors more expensive, and Brahmins are definitely more expensive. High heat tolerant, marginal feed requirements, and those are all the same. Yeah, if I was to say, I think we'll probably end up going with limousine, Ayrshire, and sailors. and then do one of each. I think that would be really, really good. We could kind of get a nice comparison going. And here, once again, if we look, we see a little arrow here. So is this just an arrow showing for water? Could well be. By the way, their corral panel here is beautifully done. The whole squeeze chute and all that, wonderfully done. I love it. But today is not the day to buy cows, so we won't worry about them just yet. We're just trying to get an idea in our heads of what we want to do. Fertilizing is going really well. We got the whole bottom part of the field done, the part around the farmyard. So they're making a few passes going across, but I think I might want to switch just like that and have them going longwise across the field. Now I am not 100% positive where they started, so I might have to take the map and help me to see a little better where they all fertilized. Oh yes, so it looks, oops, there we are. Come on back. Looks like we have one strip missed here. Not a big deal, but we're also back a little bit. We could drive up just a little. And yeah, see, they didn't like that, did they? There we are. And let's take a look, see what it looks like. Yeah, that looks like it should overlap perfectly. Wonderful. And our other sprayer on field 19 is doing really well. Looks like might be one more pass or just a bit more than a pass. And they should be done. And we can move on to doing a few others. Well, would you look at that? Sprayer is all done. That's perfect. So that means we can go back to our contracts and we can collect that $52,000. Thank you very much. That was wonderful. We have another solid fertilizer on field 16. We have another sprayer on field 10. Solid fertilizer on field 1. This is my neighbor. Why does he want to fertilize if he doesn't even have anything coming out yet? Why ask questions might be a better answer. But field 21 also needs cultivating. That's a big tractor for 10 acres, 10.5 acres. My goodness, lady. What? Who are we to complain? And planting on field 8? That is interesting. Now, Scott, I don't know if I'm up for planting because my planting video was last time. We're doing fertilizing here. So I think we might go fertilize Mason's field. What do you guys say? We could probably do that, right? Let's borrow those items. Alright. And we'll jump right into it. Come on, where is he at? There we go. He's got the rice tires on, or the very narrow ones. The proper ones for when you're driving fertilize, even though the fertilize wagon is high flotation wide tire. Something don't make sense about that. Why even bother to worry? Again, I'm not putting any extra fertilizer in here because I don't think it makes any sense. Off we go. Field number 1. Get his poor field planted. What did we plant there again, guys? Was it... It was something with a corn planter. So was it soybeans or was it corn or was it something else? I don't even remember. We'll have to see once we get back up there. Let's see you guys on that end of the field. Alright, we're at field number 1. Just to confirm, yes it is. Let's unfold. And we'll get ourselves all lined up here. And this poor guy's field, I see nothing on it, but what do you do? Let's have a look here. Soybeans, that's what it was. I remember I made that huge mistake and he actually paid me for it. That was kind of great. Soybeans planted, 0 fertilize. He definitely needs it. Let's hire someone to take care of business for him. Look at that. A little overboard, but that's okay. A little extra on the grass don't matter. Perfect. This guy should be done in a short time. I don't imagine it'll take him too long. I am hoping to eventually buy this field, unless this field never ever grows stuff, which would be very concerning. But we'll see. We'll see once harvest time comes. Maybe his soybeans will actually make it. Who knows? Right now they look very despondent, I would have to say. Looks like there's not much hope for him. And we did seed them the same time as my oats over there, so I am not sure what the holdup is. Both tractors seem to be about midway done, but what I found really interesting is how I'm paying for all this fertilize, and I found that out by looking at my economy here. So we're going to scroll down, and we have fuel costs measly $101, but that I'm gonna actually drop it down. There we go, it's at the bottom. So it's 32,000 right now and rising. $32,000 worth of fertilize. So I'm sure that some of that is my own fertilize on my own fields, but others are from the fields that I'm fertilizing. So some of that's already been paid for, and some of it's probably, yeah, so contract income was 56,000. So one contract already covered for all the fertilize and still made me a bit of money, which is very good. We do want to keep above our 600,000. Definitely never drop below 500,000. And we seem to be doing all right, even if we are throwing a bit of money what seems to be out of the window. Those guys are both doing an excellent job, and we're keeping on top of things, even if the numbers seem to be going down right now. But I'm sure in the long haul they'll be worth it. Not sure what this fella's deal here is, but he seems to be fertilizing some of my grass. So we're going to dismiss him for the time being. And we're going to send the tractor on over in this direction so he can continue fertilizing. Come on. You got this. Do we really have to back up perfectly? Is that what it's going to take? I thought he would have done well enough as it is. No, doesn't look like it. Do we have to... Is our contract done by any chance? No, it shows only 84%. There we are. That took care of things. Not for long, apparently. Whoa, we'll keep trying. Eventually it's bound to stick somewhere. I guess he doesn't want to do too much of my grass. Must figure it's not worth his while. But he needs to do one more pass, I think, and then he should be all done. We can see two very different types of equipment, one with a large wagon and one with a little 3-point hopper, doing the exact same job. It's kind of cool to see it that way. Just shows, you know, depending on what kind of farm style you're running, you can do with a lot of different equipment. I'm just taking a look here, seeing how the fertilizing is going, and it looks like he may have finished a part of my field. Wonderful. I'm paying for the fertilizer anyway, so might as well, right? Looks like field 3 got halfway fertilized too. That's alright. So I'm going to put this back on contract because he's at 99%. And we'll keep an eye on this guy right here. Yeah, I think he's pretty much going to go to the end and be done. Just like that. And we should be able to collect. So we will collect that. I think that should do it. I think the video is quite long enough. I think we've done very well for ourselves, and I can't wait until we get those cows home. It's going to be a good one, isn't it? It's going to be a lot of excitement, but summer is only starting, and I feel as though by next episode we should be able to bring some cows home. We have lots of food now. Might have to get a few other pieces of equipment, but all in all, I think we're ready to go. So thank you guys very much for joining me. Thank you very much for sticking around, watching the video, and let's see what next week brings. Maybe we got some more excitement, maybe some new equipment, and maybe we'll get some cows. Take care.